they're going to be in the lower bracket, which is not where you want to be in Southeast Asia in particular.
No. Good luck, have fun.
Oh, Castaway.
Pares. What is Pares?
Very nice. Friends.
Okay. You're welcome, by the way. That was beautiful pronunciation on my part, by the way, Jonathan.
Sure.
Well, it was.
Mike.
I literally said it the exact same way you said it.
I don't know if matching my pronunciation is good.
That's true.
I'll be
that is true.
You know my Filipino, it's not the best. It is what it is. Palos giving out the raging patatas.
It's so sad. Every time I say something right in Filipino, you don't commend me on it, but I guarantee you there's people in the chat right now that are clapping. You know, I guarantee.
Oh wow, Mike, you're so good, Mike. Do you want me to bring out the Filipino accent? So now we've got Neon versus Execration. Okay, guys, this is going to be a really interesting match. Upper bracket, game 2 na po ito. So one more game, and Neon potentially, can have to play through the lower bracket. Nakakatakot yan. It's so scary to play lower bracket here in Southeast Asia.
Thank you, John.
Okay. You want Filipino? That's Filipino.
You know I can't follow up on those jokes. You know that.
It's not a joke. It's literally. I actually do have a bit more of a Filipino accent when I'm talking to my family.
Okay.
Just comes out.
I've heard it. I went to tea with your family. I heard it.
Yeah, it does become more accented. So
I thought to myself,
I'm making fun of myself.
I thought to myself, man, this guy is so fake. Look at him put on the accent for his parents. Mr. and Mrs. Fernandez, if you're watching, it was completely faked. Ken? Yeah, he got kicked underneath the tower for a moment. Of course, he's up against Bob Extradito, as we like to call him now. Not going to be
Expedito is my uncle.
Excuse me, Jonathan.
Yes,
Expedito. Ken versus Bob here in the mid lane. Jonathan, what are you thinking?
It's pretty stable. I don't see the Ember completely getting run down, but there is some big play potential for Bob. Like every time it's shoved in, there's always that play of shoving back. You have to really time yourself well here on Ken to dodge out. Sleight of Fist is going to be key. If he can dodge out every spell use, it feels good. But you are seeing some of Bob just running up. He has pretty good right click to trade here, so you have to be cautious about that.
I mean, he has less right click than Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit. Let's be fair, Jonathan. Right? Don't say these things because Valve might hear it and be like, "Oh, we deemed an Earth Spirit. Get rid of that attack damage that he has. That whole 56 attack damage that we gave him." Shanks. Shanks may just be dead. The blood grenade did connect, though he needs one more hit from Castaway and he can't get it. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. It is lining up this aggression down bot, though. Like, this Gyro plus Venge lane, just so oppressive.
Oh. Top lane's where the first blood happens. Palos already finding first blood against Kishka. Bottom lane, they are still going at it pretty damn hard. Shanks now having to run away from this homing missile, but no, it's going to be fine. Tino does take it down. And bottom lane seems to be where a lot of the action's breaking out between these two duos, though. It does seem like Neon are the ones that have much more kill potential.
That they do. Just minus armor plus flak is pretty damn big. Really stable stuns to play with as well. That is not good.
No. No, it's not. Palos will get a second kill.
TP'd.
He just TP'd and it was the same metamorphosis, by the way, John. He TP'd and ran right into the meted Palos as it was wearing off, but he had enough to finish the job first.
And that's really where the concerns with this offlane Ricky comes in. You don't do much up against Terrorblade. Like, your backstab damage up against a physical hero with a lot of armor doesn't feel great. You can maybe try to, I don't know, you don't really connect with your Dark Willow too well. I think that's a concern, at least until maybe a value point in Smokescreen is up. But that's like a level 4 timing. We'll see if that does come out. So far, both safe lanes are doing really well. I'd argue Execration's getting a lot more out. Palos, just 2 kills under his belt. This is a scary Terrorblade timing. It's going to be a fast Dragonlance. Heck, he could opt for a change up in the build as well, although Palos is a little bit alone here.
That he is. He'll have to back off. Thing is, you don't really have that much kill potential with a Ricky Dark Willow this early on, so he should be feeling relatively safe, I think, on the TB. Mid lane, Bob and Ken still kind of going at it, but it's a pretty even matchup. Ken slightly ahead here on the Ember. Not really too much to write home about. They are just trading farm for now, though it seems like Ken is somewhat looking to maybe go top, but just wants the bounty. Won't end up going anywhere. Back to the mid lane for him. Right side for Neon right now is Fortune Soul is having a really easy time in the bottom lane as well, by the way, on the gyrocopter. Just a complete free fall.
Yeah. Again, it's just down to the fact that he can clear out these summons really well. He can stand far back enough that the axes are not easy to land. Huh? Hope so. Maybe. Perhaps. Good old Bob, you never know what he's thinking about. It should be Bob. That's my uncle. Bob's my uncle, indeed, as he will run down my checked. Where are we going with this cast, Mark? What's happening? What is happening here? He's living a happy life. I haven't seen him in a long time, you know. I enjoy talking to him. I don't want to get into family stories. I'll rant on about random stuff all day, Mike. Then again, I suppose nothing too much, not too much is happening. I'm really curious how hard they invest into the gyro. Like, will they build up stacks? They don't have anything in the triangle right now. So despite this early start, it doesn't feel like Fortune Soul is going to be able to accelerate that by a huge margin, whereas Tino has his own stacks coming on here, catching up in the Beastmaster, some stacks in the Ancient as well, and a lot of stacks in the right side Ancients as well. And until the invasion comes in, that's going to be a lot of catch-up, compensating for that slower laning start for Tino. You do have to watch when Bob starts to rotate. That's where this Earth Spirit mid starts to get scary. If it can connect into any of the side lanes with a Magnetize up, it can go sideways really fast. And so far, Bob's just done a great job of forcing away Ken. He's walking back for the bottle refill, no 6. It's going to have to TP back in. And that's just some more time where he can try to get that 6. It's already up on Bob.
You don't have a problem with me, right?
Ooh. What's Bob doing?
The Jasper Circle couldn't do it better.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
under attack.
A little bit keen on trying to walk up with the DD. Aben going to be punished here as well.
Radiant are scanning.
Denied.
Yeah. Yeah. They're starting to set their eyes on Palos. Oh boy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Playing on the edge. Palos just living on a sliver of HP. Yeah, doesn't find him in the end. They did spot out the stacks just a little bit here from Execration, but they're not able to invade. And that should still be Tino finding this farm. He is going into the Dominator build this game, so probably into the Overlord, rather than the Ags rush, which makes sense. I don't think the Ags gives you that much in this game. Would rather see utility from the creeps. Would want to see some auras as well come out for Tino. And again, he's got some room down here. As long as they still have that tower control, these stacks are going to be massive for Tino. And farm acceleration is kicking in. I don't like how passive Execration is going, though. I think with this kind of lineup, we just haven't seen enough from Bob. It goes back to what you said there, Mike, where you need max rolling boulder, but it feels like they've missed out on this early tempo that you could have had. And now, the side of Neon, they're the ones online. Like this Gyrocopter going for the early Yasha can actually opt to just take this fighting stance much more, apply constant pressure, and just go for the smoke play.
Tino's going to be the big target again. Tino, surely no way out of this one. And yeah, he's going to try, but he looks as good as dead, though he does get a stick charge off, and now the roar is out. Tino, he's run. He's made it. Fortune Soul's the one in trouble. Fortune Soul's gone. Meanwhile, Raging, he's still down to the Magnetize, though he will barely survive and even find a bang. A ping will go down. They found the Beastmaster, by the way. Tino, he went back for the stacks, but he has to run away. Bob now, out of mana. Bob has no play. Oh, Bob. They don't believe me when I tell you this hero's not good. You guys don't believe me. I'm telling you, Earth Spirit's still not good.
It's decent. I think they're just forced into a really awkward position, and the mid lane for Bob wasn't as crushing as it could have been. Didn't get any support rotations to try to force out the issue with the early 6 as well. At the very least, for the side of Execration, they'd lose some... Oh, they might lose more if Tino's not too careful here.
For now, Ken's the one that may have found himself in a bit of danger, but he does still have a remnant. Looks like he's going to be fine. They're doing a very good job of taking all these stacks away from Tino, though. Like, Tino's still finding the majority of them, but just the presence of soaking all the XP and stealing some of the bigger camps away is going to feel pretty nice. Not so much for Tino, though, of course, who is struggling to get the net worth up. Looks like he has perhaps got enough now for the Helm of the Dominator. Meanwhile, mid lane, the push has slowly started to begin. Going to try his best to slow this down as much as humanly possible, but he's just not feeling very, very safe at the moment. So we'll leave the mid lane. A Bang, meanwhile, going to get caught by Raging, and this is why the Riki can feel very, very strong. When you've got a support that can literally do nothing about you just jumping him, it's a pretty damn good game for an offlane Riki, I suppose.
Yeah, he's building up. Again, the defusal not too far for Raging. The supports will need some like force staff here to save. Until that point, they are sitting ducks. They are trying to siege down bot, but the TPs are coming out for the defense, and the rotation's coming in as well. So not going to be able to open up the map as much as they'd want to here in Execration. 8-4, Neon bouncing back strong here in game number 2. The one big blessing for Execration is Palos has a lot of room to farm. Yasha almost done on our Terrorblade as well. Dragonlance up and running.
Bang, having a pretty tough time. He's just dead. Ken will take him out. Bob could do nothing to help. And now the mid-tier 1 tower is open. Fortune Soul will happily join his team in taking this one basically for free. Shanks is rotated down the line, but there's no play. And this is a really sad state of affairs now, because unless you get a really good fight to help Bob catch up, it just feels like this mid-ES he's playing just has zero impact. Right now, that is certainly the case. He has zero impact at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he has his blade mail up, but I don't think he's the tankiest hero yet to really soak up a lot of damage for that. Again, they have gotten a lot of space. Tino is managing to push down bot tier 1. Palos has been going in and out of the gate, farming up these camps, and is still working his way to a decent timing on that Terrorblade, but Neon has a foot in the door. And they're playing this aggression. They've got room out for Fortune Soul to start clearing out the triangle. SNY is to build up for the gyro, so it's certainly looking to join this early activity. Bang.
This time will be okay. Though Terrorize is going to fly it on Bob, so Bob, he's such a big target to take down, but they just do it so easily. And a Bang shows his face, gets taken out. Oh, what can you do? It's a tough one. This is a very, very tough game now for Execration.
That it is, but they're not too far behind still. I think as long as Paulus doesn't die, you're pretty happy, and they might be able to take a pick off here.
Yeah, Fortune Soul getting chased for a moment, but ultimately is okay. Is now the homing missile going to chase down Shanks. Connect. Raging's having a look from the back already, and he did spot out Shanks there for a moment. In fact, they found Palos. They have found Palos. They will ignore him for now. They'll go after the easier target of the Lion, though Shanks is making it as hard as possible, but not hard enough. He is down. I believe Raging actually avoided the finger damage, by the way. He did not take any damage from that, though he might still die in the end, and does, is now cast away. Will also be chased down, and Bob gets a double. That might change things a little bit. Because now Bob's hit level 10. He's got the plus 325 rolling boulder distance. This is where this hero can feel pretty good.
Yeah, you can start to gap close a lot better.
But he
Start
he
to
didn't get the
reach further
talent.
back.
He went for the silence.
Yeah.
Scanning.
I mean, he's halfway to 11. I don't think it's too painful. I can see the utility of the silence being pretty helpful. So, Bob, he's still got something to play with. And Execration, his slower style is working out well. What the hell did he do?
He wrote dash bot rune, and it spawned bottom.
Baloo.
Well, what's Baloo mean?
Baloo. It's like crazy.
Oh, okay.
Insane. Out of your mind.
Is he
Like,
though, Jonathan?
You're nuts.
He got the rune
I'm
though,
gonna
didn't
call
he?
him like, yeah, true, it worked. Baloo. Baloo kebab. Grabe naman. Madman. It worked. He is it's bloody Bob. Good old Bob. Smoked up now with Shanks and Abeng. They've got the Burst Squad online. No finger, but just an Ice Blast could be enough to find even a core here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Raging's got
attack.
the full diffusal blade now. Palos does not want to get caught first. Palos, he'll go for a bit of a run. The Raging is right behind him. Oh, this will be another big kill.
Dire's
Wards
top
down. They have still not seen Raging Potato yet. Someone place a sentry for the love of God. Palos, gonna get jumped. Here comes the cavalry. Hands are up as well. Palos, he's got no way out. He's just dead. Can they at least trade something? They're gonna try. With the Magnetize, he's got a 5-man on that one. It could be a big team fight for Execration if they can keep this going. In fact, Fortune Soul,
Oh,
he's
God.
getting quite low now. He might just be dead. The gyro's running and there's no follow-up. Where's the follow-up? He just walks away. Instead, they're gonna try for Ken, but Raging Potato is still there to help out. They're all just dead. Neon, oh, they're slowly cleaning up here. A 3k advantage now. And Execration, I mean, it felt like they somewhat had the answers that fight, but with Palos dying, they just lacked too much damage.
Dire's top tower.
And that they do. They need way more items up to kind of save there. No 4 staffs lined up yet. No way of saving out from that smoke screen. Palos trying to work into the Manta to at least dispel off some of these roots, but with the silence still in play, I think you're always going to have an issue here for Palos. He probably needs something like Manta BKB, honestly. If you can get that done, you feel a lot safer on this Terrorblade, but it's a long ways to go in terms of farm. And props to Neon. Again, they're seeing these openings. They're utilizing Raging Potato well. They're forcing the eco drain on Execration quite heavily with the need for so many sentries out. And there's only so many sentries in stock. This is why a lot of the Invis heroes feel so oppressive. There's not much in stock anymore. So you have so much more of the map to play with. And they're going again, Neon with a smoke here.
They'll wrap around through the bottom lane, but well, they're going to find Tino by the looks of it. Tino does have the full helm of the Overlord now available. No, instead, they'll get the Lion first. Shanks has bought himself a slight bit of time. Meanwhile, Bob just rolls right past him, not helping out whatsoever, trying to get towards Tino instead. Tino, well, they're going to try and roll in after the Dark Willow, at least get some form of a trade, and with the Ice Blast, they will get one, but can they find any more? Probably not. There's 3 heroes in the dire triangle here from Neon Esports, so they've got to get out of here. Meanwhile, Raging, though, is still just kind of scouting out for his team. It seems like they will not bother trying to deal with the Beastmaster. Tino is fine.
Just a little bit too tanky to kind of try to solo play here for Raging. Again, there's only so many sentries you can drop. Look at all these sentries from Neon onto that triangle, just to ensure that they're not spotted out. Whereas you're already down to just, what, really 1-2 sentries to protect yourselves here in Execration. And it's just so much room.
Chase is on for Bob. Roll away. King tips out. I mean, the thing is, Tino's being chased down while this is happening. Tino gonna get chains up. Boulder Smash will slow them down a little bit, but Tino is just gonna go down. Godlike now for Ken. He's 9-0-9 on the Ember Spirit. And, I mean, Execration, they're playing the long game by the looks of it. They've got nothing to do right now apart from farm.
That they don't. Just got to sit back, cut their losses, buy space out for Palos to build up. Their high ground def can be pretty nice. You've got that big spike lined up for Fortune Solo with full ags up and running on Gyro. No lifesteal on hand yet. once he does get some form of lifesteal, on top of the flak, on top of the double attack you get now with a side gunner, with flak, it's going to be hard to pin down Fortune Soul. And they're going to need to kind of connect every single time with the Ice Blast. Abing has an Invis rune sneaking around here.
Yeah, that he does.
Dire's middle
Bob.
tower
Oh, what a sentry
Go in.
spots him.
Now they do now. Fortune Soul may get spotted. Blade Mail out from Bob. Bob's going to go for the big chase out. The Fortune Soul is still running towards the west of the map now, so he's fine to juke them out. In comes Palos, and he's popped the Metamorphosis, but nobody's been caught. In fact, now Raging, he jumps back in, kills off a Bang, almost gets Shanks as well. Shanks, he's going to tie to the flak cannon. Ken, though. Ken may have gone a bit too far. Ken, oh, Palos. Palos gets swapped in. Oopsie daisies. Tino, he'll go for a run. Doesn't look too good for him, though. Meanwhile, Bob pops the Blade Mail, but everyone just ignores him. Nobody wanting to hit the guy. Now maybe you can. They've actually got Fortune Soul. Can they get more? They're going to try. They'll get Raging. How much can Bob clean up? He's going to try after Kishka. Bet you wish that... Oh, he does have the level 10 talent now. Very good. In we go. The roll continues. Bob wastes a stone, eventually kicks it away, misses that as well, and will give up.
It's a topsy-turvy fight for sure. Not the worst for Execration, as they do gain a little bit more out despite losing Palos. But you have to watch yourself for this Terrorblade. You aren't building back into a lead here for Palos, dying in the middle of the fight. And the swaps are just... all the control coming out from Neon's just so oppressive. You have to worry about this Ricky jumping in. You have to buy back on your AA for Abeng just to get the blast off. Dies again. So you bleed out so much gold on that support AA. You're going to need 4 staves. You're going to need so much to just really play this game on Exe. But they, again, they're hanging on. Their objective still stands in the tier 2. The side of Neon, not really clearing out the map further. As long as these tier 2 still stand, you have some map control, some semblance of map control for Execration to play this farm game. It feels really important for them to find something like Gem. Like if they can get BKB Gem up on Tino, the game does simplify quite a fair bit. Your issue is spotting out Raging. He's always able to get these sneaky jumps as the Ricky just because there's just limited ways of detecting. Like, you know, dusts are there, sure, but sentries are such a scarce resource right now.
Yeah.
Just need someone to carry a gem. Maybe even Bob. I wouldn't mind Bob having gem after the heart, because he's going to be really tanky. He's going to do a decent amount of damage with, I guess, his strength scaling on, what was it? Was it the roll? Or was it the boulder smash?
No, it is the roll.
Or was... Yeah, he's going to have some damage coming out with the roll, I suppose, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's... You know.
He's going to be tanky at the least to carry the gem, you know?
He's going to get a whole extra 50 damage with his rolling boulder. Very good.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So much damage.
Oh, they give us the best buffs to the Earth Spirit players, Valve does, John. You know that. We always get the most amazing buffs, we do. Kind of sad to think it was actually stronger before this quote-unquote scaling buff that we got. Anyway.
Yeah?
I'm just complaining, Jonathan. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't
think anyone knows what you're saying, Mike.
Don't worry about it, John.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think when let's theorize an ultra late game scenario as the Roche is being taken here. Ultra late game can be a little bit awkward. At some point, if Kishka can farm for Ags, I don't know if you can win this game once, say, a casual Dark Below support Ags comes out. So dragging to a very long game is not the play. Roche being taken quite fast. The blast did scout. Exa with a smoke out here.
It's too late, but Execration, they could still try to go for a surprise fight. Scan is going to catch nothing, so they have no idea where the smoke is yet. Neon, they may get trapped. They may get snuck in from the back. Oh boy, this could be very rough for Neon, though Palos has his smoke broken, but a big reflection giving all the vision. He got all 4 heroes with that. Oh, and they're just going to melt. Raging's gone. That's the big target you needed to get rid of. They'll lose Shanks in the meantime, but he'll buy back. He wants in this fight. There goes Kishka. Fortune Soul's lost his Aegis. Surround is there from Palos, so he's going to pop the BKB and try to man up and fight back. Though Palos goes for the Sunder. Right back on Shanks, and Fortune Soul, he doesn't have the damage. He's down. Ken trying to roll, or rather just fly away with these remnants, but there's rocks following him, John. It's a landslide here from Bob. And it does connect. Ken is down. Kishka, he just brought back, I believe. They're going right back to the graveyard here as there is no surviving. That'll be a dieback for Kishka.
Yeah,
that's a yikes.
That is nasty. Age is gone. Again, we were talking about this build in Gyro and no lifesteal. So he does do a lot of damage. He can't sustain through these fights.
Classic.
And Execration, they find this big opening. Like now tier 2 falls down bot, full heart up and running for Bob. He's so hard to kill on this Earth Spirit. And they managed to get their target locks well. You know, they pin down Raging instantly, getting the finger off, taking care of these blink strikes, of these smoke screens, of this control. And Execration just blow this game wide open. 3K lead up for themselves, taking a look at the win probability. All of a sudden, a 60% win probability for Execration off the back of that.
Wow. It really does only take one team fight. It really just took one fight to make this happen, and now Neon, like, you might have all the farm in the world on Fortune Soul, but like you said, no life still available. And to be fair, he does have Vampire Fangs, but that's not really anywhere near enough. Like 15% is whatever on Gyrocopter. And John, I'd hate to be that guy, but he's still going for more damage. Yeah, he's queued up a Daedalus. No Satanic yet. I mean, I guess, is it because of the AA? Is that why he's doing it?
Perhaps. I think there's always that concern. The Blast nullifies that anyway. And you've got Scotty and Palos. It still feels worthwhile because I don't think Abang's been landing the best uses of Ice Blast this game. It's just been a little bit more rough for AA for sure. But I can see why he's going for the damage. It's a tough call for Fortune Soul. Because not much that really saves you from the Blast.
In my mind, you just got to make the call, right? Like, Raging's going to go hunt the AA. That's about it. Like, Raging Potato has to kill AA, and then you have Satanic on top, and Satanic just makes you somewhat unkillable as Gyrocopter. But without the Satanic, I just don't know if you have enough. Like, he died twice very quickly. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. It's kind of the same story for Execration. They have to kill Raging, right? So it's a game of cat and mouse with Abang and Raging here. Let's see who does get the upper hand. Another smoke out from Execration. Could be scary. I mean, the full heart being up for Bob is...
They've got the high ground.
It's so much HP. Oh.
Reflection out. No swap out on Palos, so they're just going to jump in and try to do it the old-fashioned way as they do get Shanks. That'll be a dieback on the Lion, but they've lost Castaway. That's also a dieback. Raging, dropping very low on the Ricky. Needs to tricks the trade. Does get away for now, but no, he's down. They have lost 3 already. And now Bob can just chase down the stragglers. He's found the gyro. No, he misses the roll, but instead can go after Kishka, but misses that roll. That's okay, Bob. You can't hit everyone. He's missed the 3rd one now. Hits the silence, though. Gets the boulder's flash, and that one will connect. There you go. Kishka's down.
It pays off in the end. You know, at least he's trying. Every roll you don't take is a roll you miss, Mike.
That's what I tell my pub teammates, John, but they love to ping me and laugh anyway. You know? Oh, he missed his roll. It's a 4-second cooldown. Shut up. These teammates are... Don't get me started, John. Don't get me started, all right?
Just Bob? Abusing that arcane rune. Doesn't care.
Get him, Bob.
The side gunner pops a blade mail.
2.8-second cooldown roll. Now this is balanced to me. This is how Earth Spirit should be. Fortune. He's trying to delay this as best as possible. Roll in, kick back, that's a perfect setup. Fortune Soul, he'll get roared up. Oh. This is looking dangerous. They don't have the meta though. Swap out on Palos now. Palos, he needs a Sunder target perhaps. Curse Crown, oh Palos just melts! And now Bob. What is happening? What are they doing? They got the bot racks, but what are they doing? I don't understand.
It's Execration gaming, Mike. How are you questioning this? This is how Execration does things. This is the Execration we all know and love. This is what they do. This is Southeast Asia Dota. It reminds you of when in your dream you used to dive tier 3s. It reminds you when Dreamosol dove tier 3s while tier 2s were up. This is just what we do in this region, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does. That's okay. Keep it within the culture, I suppose.
Wouldn't we see without these kinds of games, Mike?
At least the game's close. It's 33 to 67% win probability. Execration still are in the lead. What is it, John?
Look at the scoreline. 30 to 22.
Oh.
2 more kills, Neon. Give us the base number.
3-2-2-2? My goodness. That's a big one.
An outstanding, an extra 2. How can we cope?
Well, here come the respawns from Execration.
Give them 2 kills, guys. Do it for Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob Expedito, as we like to call him.
Uncle Bobby, yes. I'm
Expedito.
sure, you know, it's so funny. My uncle would never watch Dota, but on the off chance they have a kid that watches Pro Dota, like, why is your name keep getting mentioned here? Why is your nephew mentioning your name so much? I think he'd get a laugh out of it. You know, he's a fun guy. Good old Uncle Bobby.
Oh my, you know what, John? You should, when I come to the Philippines, hopefully later this year, maybe you can invite him for the barbecue. You know?
Yeah, if we head down to Zamboanga, I don't know if we'd fit that in.
Zamboanga.
Yeah,
we're going to
Master
masturbate.
Bake Shop. Yeah, we are haha cool enjoyers.
Ice Blast. He's okay. Raging's going to survive. However, the rest of his team have started a fight. Palos, he'll go for a run. Meanwhile, Bob jumps right in onto Castaway. Castaway, should this be going down to Bob? It seems like. Meanwhile, Roar Out has caught Ken as well. Ken, anywhere else he would have been a 10, John. But here he's just Ken.
That was beautiful. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
I was waiting all game for
Anywhere
it.
else he would have been. Oh, that was the moment. The poor Ken. He's Knuff, but it's not Knuff right now, Mike.
No.
Tier 2s get siege. They commit so much in chasing down Palos, but it doesn't connect. Bob interrupts the back line. Again, with his build, he is just... He's got the gem as well, so he's doing what we want him to do here on exit. Onto the high ground. We don't get the beautiful scoreline any longer, 30-24, but Execration wants a 2-0. They want that ride to TI. They've had a rough tour in terms of majors.
Oh, Fortune, he's kicked right back into the loving arms of Palos. He's okay. BKB is up. Problem is now the BKB is gone. There's no BKB available now for the gyrocopter. Bob rolling right in. Right into the tier 4 towers.
Insane.
Bob, other way. He does make it for now, Bob. There's surely no way he gets out of this. We'll roll into Kishka. Let's see it, Bob. Let's see the magic, sir.
Bob.
Oh, that's a nice ice blast at least, but it won't land on more than one. Doesn't matter.
Give
what
the
if-
gem away. That's pretty big.
What if Rolling Boulder had a stop button? Right?
Why would you ever want to stop, Mike?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you have Rolling Thunder, you can buy the shards and turn around.
Are scanning.
But Rolling Boulder, you are forced to commit. If you're going, you're going.
But you see, the Ags of Earth Spirit is kind of like that immune state you want, Mike. You just have to buy Ags.
At the low cost of 4.2k gold. Shanks,
Yes, sir.
immediately deleted. Easy peasy. Now Palos feeling charitable. Jumps in. I don't know what they're doing, Jonathan. Swap is out. What is Neon doing now? Palos is still alive. He still has the Sunder. He'll still get it off. Abeng's the one to go down. Ben will be sacrificed by Palos. Tino, he'll go for a run. Metamorphosis has been popped now, so Fortune Soul cannot fight anymore. Ken, in the meantime, takes down the Beastmaster. But they'll have to leave Palos alone. In fact, Palos is going back in. He wants the gem.
Gem.
No, he doesn't. He'll leave the gem. That's support life. Palos doesn't touch gems. How dare you insinuate he would touch that?
Tower is under attack.
Disgusting.
Would he?
Palos. Be careful, sir. Or he's got a BKB to be fair. He's got Sunder back up in 3 seconds. Kishka's just suffering to a TV.
Okay.
Everyone's just watching
All right.
Kishka die. Palos can't get away with this. He can't get away with this. What do you mean?
Oh.
This TV just casually walks in and kills 2 supports
Radiant's
for nothing.
top tower is under attack.
This is my
Support
pub
for
games.
nothing.
My cores are just
Secures
watching
the
them.
gem.
They're watching it like an inch away.
Yeah. Then what can you do? You know, all their spells were pop.
He had homie
They
missile.
lose Roche.
Then throw a stun out.
I mean, that's not going to do enough. They buy back. They're going to force this fight in Roche.
Here we go. And Palos has still got his
No
BKB. No meta, but he's still got the security of his BKB, though he might need it right now and does pop. But Sunder, though, is out onto a ping again. A ping has to go down. Palos, he's just gonna leave. Screw this. I'm out of here, boys. Bob's like, where's my team gone? Screw it, I'll try to do it myself then. He might actually have them with the magnetize if it refreshes, but it doesn't.
Swap.
Tower is under attack.
Unfortunate. Close call for Neon. But a decent fight for Neon as well.
I mean, they can't take Roche. They're too unhealthy. They haven't gotten a full reset. They'll get a reset on Ken, but
Radiant's middle tower.
Fortune Soul can't get anything done about that. Tier 4 faults in the meantime. And Execration can actually just walk back into the pit.
Or they could go for another fight. And it seems like that's exactly what they want to do. Tina's having a look around.
Oh, God.
Castaway? Castaway? Sir, what was that? Did he... That wasn't a swap? What was that?
I'm not sure. I think he just threw out the Wave of Terror. Tino blinked in with a Hex.
Oh, he
His own
blinked.
side.
Okay. I thought he swapped. I could have sworn I heard a swap sound. Never mind.
It sounded like it. I can understand
Yeah.
that, Mike. But again, Roche is open. They kill the heroes. Doesn't matter if that fight goes awkward. Roche still low. And they'll take it. Aegis Cheese going away with Execration. 36-30. Execration once more. I mean, they've gotten 91% chance to win now. Only one set of racks standing. Only one tier 4 left. Tier 2 tower still standing top. But they can just rush for the end game. Like, this is a terribly... With Metamorphosis back up. If he commits, there's not much you can do to stop it.
Oh, Ken. Ken doesn't realize there's 3 heroes around him right now. He might find a bang. A bang. Gonna force him back into Tino. Tino was not in position, however. Though he does have a blink if he wants to break the gap.
Radiant's current.
Seems like Ken's gonna be okay. Here comes Palos. Raging will see him. Kishka will as well. Reflection is out. Seems like they'll take the Tormentor first. Why the hell not?
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Radiant's top tower.
Shanks, get one of your favorites here, John.
Yes. The multi-mana drain. The most fun in the game you can have. Always a joy to watch a Lion just channeling that with the debuff immunity.
Yeah.
It's fun, Mike.
It has been
Like, if he just uses that, if he's blinked on in smokescreen, yeah, he's fine. He's not silenced. He'll keep channeling. No problem.
Well, to be fair, if they use smokescreen first, John, he can't use the mana drain, but, you know. I guess
Why would you... Yeah, I guess.
I love how you try to find any excuse to tell me how great this Shards is online.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is good now. I'll give it that. I have been enjoying. I'll give you this one, John.
You've finally seen the light.
I have.
Very fun.
I have.
Gosh, there's something fun just about standing in the middle of a team fight, being ignored while you're mana draining. It's kind of useless, but it's also really fun. I don't know.
You know what? It has won me a few games, honestly. Right? Because in a
Look at
team
this.
fight...
Even I didn't notice. Shanks even got the mana drain slow. I don't see many people going for that, but it's so good when you can just channel it with your shard.
I've done it before, Jonathan. I've done it myself.
It's so good, isn't it?
I'm showing. It is actually really good in the middle of a team fight. 45% slow, plus they just run out of mana in the middle of a fight. It's actually kind of amazing.
It's such a hater hero, man. You do that, you know you're a hater. Like, yeah, you're not gonna have fun. I'm a hater. It's my job.
I like it. I mean, you do just casually drain 600 mana. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, across 3 heroes. So, very fun.
On a 5-second
fun time.
cooldown here for Shanks.
Yeah, by the time you're done channeling, you can do it again. Such a hater. Such a funny hero. I don't know, man. Like, there's something about Pugness and Lions. Just gets me going. I'm a sick man, Mike. I know. Neon, they're stuck. They're just stuck up here, man. They need us Ags and Ken. That should help with the backline. Relieve some pressure on Raging. But I mean, he's got the gold. He has to wait the 40 seconds for the courier to respawn, and he backs off in the nick of time.
It'll be okay. I mean, he certainly cannot afford to die right now on the Ember. Trying his best to get to the Ags, and he's almost got enough. He's about 400 gold short from having the full Ags on the Ember Spirit. Keep in mind, he does need a way of getting to the secret shop to get a point booster for himself, but it looks like...
No, it's in the courier.
Okay, he already has it. Then he can afford the Ags. Happy.
Yeah. Just need to really tear up the backline. Like, take care of Abeng and of Shanks ASAP. You know, pop these BKBs well, isolate Palos, ensure that he can't get the Sunder off, and you're in pretty good spirits. It is a lot easier said than done, but that's the game plan right now for Neon. Just pick off the backline, isolate the TB somehow.
Here we go. Palos thinking about starting with the slow chip of the tier 3 tower. Is just doing so with the illusions very, very slowly. If you're Neon, you just have to wait. There's not really much you can do. Like, Ken could try to jump in and start the fight himself, but it's not very advised, as here comes Bob. He'll go for the rolling boulder right through. However, Bob might just be dead. And this is how I know that Execration will never draft this hero again, John. This Palos is probably just very upset right now. Like, guys, I can just push slowly. Just let me throw the illusions in.
Bob just gets a little bit too eager. No, he wants to have fun. He's bored. He needs to roll. I've seen you do this in our games as well, Mike. Like, I'm bored. I need to roll.
Oh, Ken!
Oh my God!
Ken! What are you doing? Oh, what's Ken done? He's got no buyback. He just bought his ads. Oh.
That could be game.
Why'd you do that?
That's probably game.
Well, why did he do that? Was he trying to de-ward or something? I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
I think he got the spirit just in the wrong spot. Maybe thinking it would be right below the cliff, looking for that jump. Said gets clipped by every spell. That's gonna be Megas at the least, but more than likely game. I don't see Execration stopping this.
Yeah, roll it. Oh, Fortune Soul's just dead. Wow. I think you are correct in saying the game is just officially now over. 3v5, Mega Creeps incoming. They'll try to even it out just a little bit by taking down Bob. Bob still rooted up, but a nice thunder from Palos keeps him alive. Though Bob still needs a way out of this, it seems. Now Fortune Soul getting turned on him. Huge trouble. And he's gone. Bye-bye. GG is called. Execration will make it through to round of 2 of the upper bracket of the TI-12 qualifiers for SCA. And Neon Esports, they'll have to look for a lower bracket run.